Hi, I'm Bob Ryan. This is Globe 10.0. With me today is Kevin Dupont. Well, the defending Stanley Cup champion Bruins. Did I just say that? The defending Stanley Cup champion Bruins opener in full swing by this weekend, everything going. And Kevin, very simple question. Is there any chance of whatsoever of a malaise or any kind of a hangover?
Well, I think so. There really is no. I mean, people talk about the action of hockey, but there's no more grueling sport. And I know just from a covering standpoint, by mid-June I was beat up. A lot of people were beat up, right?
Yep.
So it does take a lot out of you. You look at the repeats, Detroit in the late 90s, Pittsburgh in the early 80s. It takes a tremendous amount here and a good fortune and a lot of things to avoid the hangover, to repeat. So yeah, it's at risk here. It definitely is.
But I think the biggest issue for me is simply this. If you look back at the playoffs last year, was there really that much difference between number 1 and 5 and 7, or even 1 and 16? It was an incredible parity display in the Stanley Cup playoffs, and I think the truth of the matter is that there's no possible way they should be allowed to get cocky, because were they that much better than anybody else? The answer is no. They had the great goaltender. A lot of good things happened. They were very clutch, and all that. But let's face it, power play, etc. They're flawed.
Yeah, they were. And in fact, that's a very good point. If you go look at the last dynasty, that was the Oilers. You could make a case that the Red Wings in the late 90s, they flirted with that. But really, out of the CBA, out of the lockout of 2004-05, this game has changed dramatically. The rule book, the roster, the salary cap number, very much like the NFL in ways, although I think NFL teams can be more dominant over an era, local chapter included. But I think in hockey it's going to be very, very difficult. And the real X factor within the Bruins, and your point is, that was such a goalie-dominated playoff for the Bruins. If Tim Thomas is not that again, then I'm not going to say they're in trouble, but it's even more of a struggle.
Well, there's a lot of things to look forward to here. A lot of interesting things. The development of Tyler Seguin in the second year. I mean, he can take a step up and get 30 goals.
Will Corvo help the power play?
Corvo now. Obviously, Caberly was not the answer. Maybe Corvo would be. So just remember this. Enjoy it. Think about it. Salute these guys. It's not going to be easy, folks. And don't for 1 second think that they're that much in any way, shape, or form more than that much better last year than anybody else.